Yo, Return of the Mac. Episode 92.
What's poppin'?
M.A.C. Moss, Andrew Carl.
We
Hey,
back.
James Harrison.
We fucking back.
Figured you'd have something.
Greatest play in Super Bowl history.
I gave up.
That's not true. But
That is.
he's so
That's
scary.
a fact.
He's so scary. I
Yeah,
just
He's a
saw
very massive man.
recent videos of him working out.
He could
just
play.
going-
He wouldn't be like, he could be like a reserve, a backup player in the NFL and still get probably 2-3 sacks in the season or some shit like that.
I'm not
Like he
arguing.
did for us. We got him off y'all.
Yeah, he was awful in the Super Bowl that year too, though.
He's just
Make
so
up
big.
plays.
I'm not arguing that.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't say none of that.
Might
shit
be
to
true.
his face.
Might be true.
That's one dude I probably wouldn't fight.
Nah.
I probably wouldn't fight.
Take Deontay, no problem.
I'll take that.
James Harrison.
Not in the
is
closed
the one.
area.
What's going on this week?
going
Shit,
on?
man. Nothing. Just,
Stimmy's hit.
yeah.
That's what happened this week. It's a stimmy week.
It's been a fantastic,
Motherfuckers been balling out of control.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you can tell people got that stimulus.
We
for
got
sure.
the money. We got college basketball. This is just a fantastic week.
Yeah.
I love March. Shout
Shit
out to
opening
March.
back
Who,
up.
who are you rooting for right now?
Look at the fucking jersey you got on. You forgot he accused guy?
Are they still?
One and only team I root for. I watch it all just because it's
They're in
fun
it?
to watch.
I didn't even
but
know they were in it.
yeah, don't be disrespectful.
What?
Don't be
I
disrespectful.
didn't know they were in it, bro. That's
Yeah,
how-
we're in it.
Oh, okay.
We were up 26 last night on some scrub ass San Diego State 11 seed.
What
Better put some respect on
seed
us.
is Syracuse?
11. Better put some respect
okay.
on us.
Okay.
26 points. We were won by 17 or something like that.
Oh.
We're here.
Quite the opposite for the fucking Tar Heels.
Ooh. Boy, Wisconsin
Crushed.
whooped them.
Scraped us. Scraped
What was
us. I don't even remember.
I don't either.
It's a
to be
blowout.
honest.
What was it, a blowout for
Yeah,
real?
it blew high ass out.
It was. I
Like
want to.
20
see.
points?
Roy Williams'
Yeah.
first loss in the first 64, the first round of March Madness, his first loss ever.
It was like a 10 to 20 the whole game.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
bad.
rough. It was rough. There was all kinds of upsets yesterday. It's just such a great day.
Ohio State.
I
got
just
sent home?
said, yeah, Ohio State was number 2. They lost to a 15 pretty early in the day.
Yeah.
We did.
So that set it off right. The first game of the tournament went to overtime. Honestly, trying to remember all the upsets off the top of my head is just not going to happen. But
There's a good handful of them, though.
it was a great
sure.
day. It was.
I mean, that's what March Madness is about. That's
It
why
is.
nobody can ever. There's never been a perfect bracket, right?
Nah, never.
I think after the first day,
Do you think it's
only
impossible?
brackets left was like 46% or something like that. Knocked over half of them out.
I was
the
way-
first day.
Yeah, it was way less than that. I heard
you-
there's only 108 left that
Damn,
were perfect after the first day.
that's crazy.
And there was
Because you know, it's
in the world,
millions
yeah.
of motherfuckers is making brackets.
Yeah, that's through ESPN, of course.
Yeah. All right. So when you do that, do you compete for money?
Yeah.
I believe they do competitions. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know how
And
many
is
are
this
going to end up.
Is it the
paying.
last person? Because nobody's going to have a perfect bracket.
I would imagine it's probably top 5 or something that they pay out something to. But yeah, whoever has the most correct. They
Right.
do something like where they give you points per pick that you're right.
Okay.
So you'll
that
have
makes
a
sense.
total
Right.
500 points or something like
Yeah.
that.
Gotcha.
Like fantasy almost.
Yeah. But it's just a great.
I remember they had like some kind of $1 million perfect bracket ESPN thing, or was it more than $1 million? I
They
can't
still do, though.
Probably so. I think they do throw that challenge out there, knowing that they're never going
They
to.
know nobody's going to do it.
Never.
But it's like, man, what if it has to happen someday?
Nah.
It has to happen someday. It's like it's certainly improbable, but you can't say it is impossible, is because it's not. Somebody one day is going to pick a perfect bracket.
No.
Or it may have happened, but it's something we've never seen. You know, maybe somebody just did it in a friendly competition or something like that.
There's 0 chance.
It's not. You can't say
The
that.
first game is 32 teams. I mean, the first round
Yeah.
is 32 games that you'd have to pick correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
lot of
just
games.
like
That's a lot of
yeah, I'm kind of
games.
thinking of it in terms of sports betting. Now, obviously, just picking the bracket, you just have to pick the winner.
Especially
have
with
to
it being
pick the
one
winner.
and done.
It's
Just
not-
a one and done off the wraps.
Yeah, but
One and
it's,
done situation.
it's like a 32 team parlay. which is just like the most insane parlay you'll ever hear of. It's like, wow, somebody hit a 12-team parlay. They picked 12 games right. To do 32 correct would just be the first round. And then you have to continue. There's no chance. There's no chance.
I'm not saying it's a very slim chance. It's probably less than 1%. But
no, we're not having this.
Impossible.
We're not having this discussion. If your whole point, is that the chances are greater than 0.0,
it is.
Yes, you are correct.
That's all I'm saying.
If it will ever happen, no, you're wrong.
That's all I said. It's improbable.
You're wrong.
But it's certainly possible. You can't say that it's not possible. If there was a kid here, you can't tell them that they can't.
These are the stupid kind of arguments that I have with you.
So are you the kid in this conversation?
No, he's the idiot in this conversation.
I just said, if there was a child here.
Me and Carl do this a lot where we'll spend... Right now, because we're recording and stuff, we're not going to stick with it. Or it could have been one of these things that went on throughout the day for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Where we give I give really statistics and stuff of why it'll never happen. Carl says, nah, I'm just saying it
forget
could.
all that.
Nah, but it could. And then 3 hours later, we realize that his whole point is there is a 0.001% chance that it could happen.
Right.
What the fuck are we arguing about for that?
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I hate you,
bro. You can't say it's not. That's it.
I hate Carl.
It is what it is.
I hate Carl.
I'm just stating, and that is the fact. And that is the fact.
Shut up. I'm about to kick him out of the house. Me and Mo's got this.
You started early.
I'm telling you, man, that's the fact.
Me and Mo's got this. Yeah. So that's the only thing that I have my week has just been fantastic. Between those two things, I sat here and watched basketball for 12 hours, 13 hours yesterday. It was fantastic. My week.
You was off work, man?
Yeah, I took off work. It's a holiday.
Yeah, you said that.
It's a holiday, son.
You said that.
First day of the basketball tournament is a holiday.
Man, I need me a month off of work. Man, it's been rough.
If motherfuckers really created holidays off sporting events, there'll be a lot of days being taken off.
Should be a holiday.
I do. That is how
there'll be a lot of days being taken off.
I don't have to worry about taking off sick days from my kids or family vacations and all this stuff. So
you gotta have your
I'm a big day after the Super Bowl, first day of the NCAA tournament.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's the best decision I ever made. Was starting to take the day after the Super Bowl off every year.
That should be a holiday
made for you.
You advised.
I gave you that.
You did not make a decision for me.
I put you on game.
You did put me on.
I am your OG.
He opened the door for it.
It was a wise decision. I mean,
it was the wise decision.
It was a wise decision.
That's what it's coming to.
Make sure you check in every now and then.
Check in when you come through wards. You know what I mean? Make sure you check in if you're going to come through wards.
Good over here on this side of town.
That's something I'm not concerned with.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, at all.
So I did go. I think we talked about this enough that we're not going to get into it, but I did get that money, that stimulus money to pay off those loans. So I'm officially moving forward in the positive.
Oh, nice.
So Thursday night, I went to dinner with my mom, and I got some seafood platter that was $25.
Oh, you balling.
It was a bad choice.
That's a good plate.
It was a bad choice.
So it was good?
It was good. It was good food. I'm so cheap.
It felt
that
bad.
I left. I was like, they just got $30 out of me, 30 plus with tips and taxes and everything for
You could have balled out this shit.
It was some cool shrimp.
But bro, that's like if you drink,
right.
Yeah, them shits add up.
Your bill, that shit skyrocket.
Because each drink is like a meal.
It's like $10.
Basically, it's like a meal.
$10. Like what you pay for your meal.
Not like a meal.
I thought you said a meal.
No,
you
could buy an appetizer for each drink that you buy.
I got you. I really thought you said a meal. I'm not following this joke.
You go to the bar or something, you can really run it out.
$7, $8.
When I was in New Orleans,
especially for a mixed drink,
every tab I got was like crazy. I was like,
they charge you double though for not checking in.
If
you'd have checked in,
so you should have went to Holiday Gates in the airport. You'd have been good. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and him chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't speak. You know, it
tapped
was
in.
Real recognized real as shit.
You should have called Zion. Zion would have made sure you good. Oh, he ain't really good like that in New Orleans, really. He just got there.
I do have a Zion thing to mention. I don't know if we want to go right into this or keep.
Go ahead. Do your little whatever you
want. Because I want to legitimately talk about this. But you're just going to say I'm hating.
I know you're hating.
Let's preface this with this is not coming from a place of hate. This has nothing to do with his basketball game.
Okay.
So I don't know if you saw this
some real hate
when we were watching when the All-Star game was going on.
Mm-hmm.
They had a few little mic'd up moments, like just randomly throughout the game, where they're just giving you a quick little snippet of two players talking to each other.
Yeah.
And the way that he was talking to, I forget who had even asked him a question, but the way he was talking to the other players in his mic'd up moments. And then I just saw him do a post game. I think it was after the Portland game this week when they lost. And he was doing a post game and just, he didn't say anything crazy, but he has this really like timid little boy personality energy.
Yeah, he's still a big ass kid. He's a big ass kid, yeah.
What is he, 20 years old?
Yeah. Well,
he can't even drink yet.
That's what I'm saying. Is I'm not saying this like as a bad thing to him. Honestly, I like it because it's like he's mad humble and just seems like a little boy that's just like famous now and is like, I don't really know why. I'm not saying he's stupid. Obviously, he knows this because basketball. But it's so weird when you watch him play on the court. Like he is so physically imposing and demonstrative basketball player. And then you hear him talking, he's like, I don't know, man, it's cool. I'm just glad to be here.
Right.
Big ass cornball.
It's like, yo, what is this
big
guy?
Ass
it just doesn't match. The energy doesn't match. I mean, I like it. I like it because I don't like the guys that come in that are like 19 and obviously are good. And they're just like, yo, y'all should be sucking my dick because I'm
Anthony Edwards.
yeah.
19. He been balling the last few years, though. He been going crazy.
He has, he's got that energy.
He could still Rookie of the Year from Melo, but
I don't think so.
Not if the Hornets get in the playoffs.
Yeah, but Melo got that hype with him, though.
I don't think it matters anyway.
I mean, the hype, too, but still, they look like a playoff team right now.
He's done it for 3 months now, too. Even if Edwards comes through and has a strong finish, I think that's Melo's.
Yeah, Edwards just had a good few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he been putting up some crazy numbers.
It was like three 40-point games.
Right. If he keeps something like that up, Melo ain't doing that yet.
Are we doing one of those arguments again? Where it's like, if he puts up 40 a game the rest of the season.
I mean, it's not going to happen.
He's not going to do.
You are correct. That could happen.
This could be the trajectory that we're looking at right now. He's not going to score 40 a game, but to keep it at like averaging 28 for the rest of the season, that would be very impressive.
Absolutely. But never said anything about it not being impressive.
Melo is leading all rookies in all stat categories right now, so it's like he ain't catching up to that.
And it's after the All-Star break, so I mean, we'll see. It's still time left, though.
But as of today, if you're Minnesota, you feel really great about that pick.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, like, the first month of the season, not like you're down on somebody in the first month, but it was like, hopefully he can develop and come around.
He was first overall pick.
Right now, he looks like
the first overall pick.
Was he first?
He was.
Him, Wiseman, and then Melo.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Wiseman's still finding his way. He been playing decent, but he ain't.
Big man. So
I was going to say, for a big man, I feel like it's okay to give him a little bit more time to develop and stuff.
And plus, big men like that's tall like that don't come in with the NBA size body. It's very rare that people come in built like LeBron and Zion. Yeah, everybody else has to lift weights and get into a
like you can see the difference in between rookie AD and AD now.
Or even like Giannis. Giannis won't built like that when he first came out.
I'm just saying like high prospects are coming out high in the draft already.
LeBron. Not like he didn't have it before, but you look at when he came in the league to later.
It's a difference. But he had a grown man body. Like he could step in and really like bang in the paint and shit like that. Yeah. A lot of these dudes ain't, especially coming out of college now, they just not built like that no more.
Yeah, I think it might be different with Bron. He was a high school kid that looked like a pro player already.
Right. It's like the same with Zion. Yeah. These are like very rare instances when guys already can. Dwight Howard was probably a guy like that too because he's super big.
He is another good one. Yeah, my point wasn't that they were not big enough when they came in. My point is even the freaks.
You see the growth, yeah.
Yeah, even the freaks come in at a completely different body type than what they end up being later on in their career.
That's a fact.
But yeah, I don't know where that came from. You said something about Zion.
I brought up Zion.
Yeah, man.
Checking in.
Zion's still going to be, by the time he's 25, bro, the league's over.
There you go with your projections.
I mean, the league's over, bro.
I mean, by that time, all the best right now will be old. So, yeah, it should be around that time.
It's going to be his league by that time. Just imagine the basketball IQ and it still have the athleticism to match, and the playmaking will develop further. The handle will develop for all the stuff that he already has will just get better, and he'll be better and stronger. Imagine that.
Y'all hear about Kurt Franklin?
Yes, shit. Jesus Christ.
God damn, all this fucking dick eating, bro. This is fucking. God,
Jesus,
you brought
fucking
Christ. Kurt Franklin cussed the shit out of his son that last week.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I mean, Kurt Franklin. That was kind of wild, bro.
Really wild to me.
I really didn't think that never. When I heard it, I was just like, I mean, people expect for even somebody, like if you say that you're a Christian or something, people expect for you to live perfectly. And I get the fact that he's like a public figure and a celebrity, and but still, I mean, people didn't think that Kurt Franklin cursed. Is that what it was?
People just love to have something to talk about.
I don't think it's that crazy to think like what he did was a little shocking for the image that he portrays, and not entirely be okay with the way he handled himself. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, dude should be canceled or he's a bad person or something because of this. In a heated moment,
trying to cancel? Oh, they was. I
have no idea. For the most part, I see support for Kurt Franklin.
I've seen that.
That's what I see for the most part. And I'm on Team Kirk. If my 30-year-old son pop off, I will break your fucking neck. That's exactly what I would tell him.
Yeah, because he probably got pretty disrespectful before the recording started.
Yeah, right. He didn't record anything he said. Yeah. So that's probably exactly what I would tell him. Like, bro, you're right. I will break your neck. You're like, yo, have you seen that video going around lately?
Ass, what did he say? He was going in.
Yeah. You seen that video going around lately where it's like, a kid telling their mom like, "Oh, I won't do that" or something, and then later on in the video, like it snaps to like a black screen, and it looks like eyes are opening up, and then the mom is standing over top of them like, "Oh, stay down. You just took a little nap." Like, yo, this is what's gonna happen.
Got slept.
Right. Listen, you said something crazy, and that's what happened.
Sorry.
Like, so yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I expect from a black parent. That's why I don't care what kind of, I mean, if you're a Christian, atheist, it's just what I expect from a black parent. When you're talking crazy to them, they probably will say.
They took it there.
They've been saying for forever, "I brought you in this world, I'll take you out of it," type shit. That don't change. So, hey, you know,
that line is like, it's a historic line. It's like, it's all fun and games when you hear that shit until it actually happens.
Oh, to you
like, who actually took that kid's life?
Yeah.
Somebody actually took it there. Like, it was like, oh shit. You really took their life.
That's not fun.
Yeah,
but, I mean, again, his son's 33 though.
Right.
He's not a child.
Grown-ass man.
Not to say it's okay to he wouldn't actually do that. But just kind of the threats that you tell your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to try to put the fear of God type shit in them. It's 33. You probably got to take it to the extreme now. Like, yo, we can really do this type thing. Like, if you want to take it there, we both just grown men at this point. So if you really want to take it there, we can see who really the better man. Because they're going to try you.
It is.
I mean, I think that's fear for me.
It fucking happens.
I think I'm going to tell my son when he's like 10 years old or something. I'm going to sit down with him. I'm going to say, you know.
Especially with sons. I don't have a son, but it's going to be that day where he's going to try you.
You going to try.
You tried your pops yet? You tried your pops before?
Oh,
you ever tried y'all's pops?
Yeah. I mean, but I didn't try my pops. Like, I won't bucking up to him. I'm selling him. My pop's a wild dude. Like a wild cat.
Same.
So I had to, reel him in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I had to handle him a couple times before. I had to handle him a couple times before.
I never really got into a scuffle with pops. But I had a point where it's like, I don't know if y'all seen my pop. My pop's like 6'3", 250. He's a big dude, whatever. And I think we was on vacation. I was probably like 16, 17 or some shit like that. And he had told me to do something. And I was like in the middle of something or doing something. And I like had like a little attitude when he told me to do something. And then like, so I looked at him. I kind of like stared him up and down and shit because I was pissed off. So he looked at me. He was like, who the fuck is you looking at like that? You trying to try me? You trying to do something to me right now? He looked at me like he wanted to go down. He like turned up on me. I was like, oh, I mean, nah, I won't really try to take it down. Whatever. Like,
turned around on that.
it was one of the moments where I was like, man, probably don't want to go there.
Yeah, you turned it down.
Like when I was little, I was a teenager. I was super small and skinny and frail. Like he was a big dude. Like he would have fucked me up.
You didn't want none of that.
Nah, I ain't want no parts of that shit.
Yeah. By the time I was 16, I was playing football and shit. You know, lifting weights heavy.
Yeah,
So-
I was playing football too. I was just always skinny there back then.
Yeah,
skinny as
shit.
fuck.
But they didn't want no parts of a 16-year-old. Me, you didn't want no parts of that, sir.
Shit was crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just gonna happen. Like I said, so I'm gonna tell my son one day, like, look, one day you're gonna try me. Look, and it's not gonna go well for you. I'm gonna let you know this right now. You know, while you 12.
I know you might try you at a good spot, and knees might not be as good as they used to be.
Brother, it's not gonna go well for you. It's not gonna go well for you. Grown man strength is a real deal thing.
That's true.
Y'all didn't feel the power up at like age 26-ish?
Yeah,
Like that? It's like
somewhat.
a power up.
Not very
Yeah.
strong, to be honest with you.
You got to level up though. You
Not
got
very
your power
strong, bro.
up. So you get your grown man's strength, and on top of that, you get your dad's strength. And then on top of that, you just get the mentality that's built over the years from the struggle of life. See, that's what the kids don't.
The struggle of life.
I will
don't think
choke
I'm gonna
you
have
out
that.
with the struggle of, you know what I'm saying? Like all this pain that I went through that you've never experienced. You're going to feel all of that when you come up against a grown man.
And it's
That's
one
why-
of them things as you get older, like, because I ain't been in a little tussle in a hot minute. But it's like,
You lost it.
if it, not even that. It's one of them things like if you like say you get into it with somebody that's a little younger than you or whatever, and you know you got your grown man on you, and you start checking on like if this got to go down right now, I'm taking you down. Like I ain't about to be tussling. We ain't about to spot
makes
up,
sense.
square up.
Oh, but-
I'm taking you down the first shot I get. Ain't gonna be no 5-minute tussling and all this. We gotta get this shit over with right
Gotta get it
now.
over
We gotta get
with.
this shit over with right
Yeah, for
now.
sure.
That's a good idea. That's strategic.
Yeah, I ain't about
That's
to.
just
I'm gonna get
smart.
too tired. We go 2-3 minutes in because a fight usually lasts like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
like
you
a
gonna
real
be
actual
exhausted.
fight. After that, you
Moving on.
tired as shit.
Both of y'all ready to go your separate ways.
Yeah, it's like all right, man. We gonna call it. What we gonna do? Like what the fuck?
What you want to do, bro? You done?
Yeah, you
done?
retired. Like fuck that. I ain't
Even
gonna
the person
tussle it
who
with
won
you.
be like, all right, now chill.
Yeah, you good now? You good now? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. But
Oh,
hey,
man,
shout out to Kurt Franklin, man. He holding it down. That's all he was doing.
Hey.
He was holding it down, being real.
Respect the pops, bro. Check
That's
yourself.
fucked up that your son will do that to you, though. Y'all don't think of it from that perspective, though?
I don't look at it at all the way y'all do. I think it's fucked
Really?
up on both regards. Nah, me and my parents aren't like that. And it never was like that. And y'all can say whatever you want about white parents, black
You know
parents.
what I mean? It's just different.
You see me right now. I turned out well. I'm not one of these white kids that their parents wouldn't punish them. For me growing up, like it wasn't like a threatening thing. Like
Did you ever get whoopings as a child?
when I was younger? Yeah. When I got to a certain age, nah. That
right, because
I mean, at a certain age.
At a certain age, it
Yeah.
don't work
But
anymore.
yes, that was punishment when I was younger, and then when I got older, punishment was just yanking athletics.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a
Take
game.
the thing
It
that you
was
love.
you can't
Yeah.
play in your basketball game Thursday, and you need to tell your team why you
Right.
can't.
Yeah,
play.
you gotta hit them where it hurts
It
to
didn't
get
take
over.
me but a couple of times before I was like, I mean, I want to do whatever I want to do, but I ain't missing basketball.
Can't miss this game.
I
You
loved
tripping.
basketball. So for me, it wasn't ever like that. Like I said, I mean, I don't think Kirk's like this terrible person because of it, but I do think I think parents should talk to their kids differently than that. That's not.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
not,
we don't know that background of how much disrespect has went between them either. So it could have been an ongoing thing his whole life where he been on some shit with him and his pops or whatever.
I'm sure
So
that
it's like-
there's major problems
Right, right,
between
right.
the two of them. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not really interested in speaking on their situation that much. Recording it and putting it out is wild too. At the end of the day, they're two family members. So for the son to try to embarrass the dad and put him on blast like that is nuts to me. And for the dad,
his career,
me and my dad, we could get into arguments, and we've been in heated arguments before, but I don't associate with it. I can't really even decide. I don't even know what I would do if my dad was like, "Yeah, you're a bitch ass loser," or whatever. Like, that's not how me and my parents would talk to each other.
If you ain't never had that, went to that level with him, then you should never expect it to get there.
Right.
But if you had a relationship with your pops that has been rocky for years, then that should expect to see that's probably gonna happen.
This ain't the first time.
They've had this battle before, probably.
Right, for sure.
It is what it is. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, this does not come out of random. But, hey, Kurt told him, don't come over here with that stupid shit. Know what's about to happen. In the name of the Lord.
I don't like anything that seems... I prefer to see people's, like, true colors in general.
Right.
So I would rather see, like, somebody that... that tries to preach encouraging stuff or whatever, but kind of lets you see their flaws throughout the time, and then it doesn't come as much of a shock.
Yeah.
From everything that I know about him, to be
that's how it should be.
You see, that's how I try to live. Like, I'd rather put some of my shit that I'm not proud of out there and just be like, this is who I am. I fucked up. It is what it is. But everything I've heard from him is always like hearing him preach on Chance's song. Or Kanye's song, and he delivers his prayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So to hear him so in a different character, like I said, I don't think he's a bad person, but it makes me like, is he just playing this all up for us, or was this just a brief
real life
moment where he was?
I think it's just like you said, a real life situation type thing, and I don't think it changes really the way that I look at Kurt Franklin at all. Because I just kind of expect this stuff because it's like this is what happens. This is what I grew up around with black people anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like it for somebody to talk to one of their children like that that's disrespectful to them, or they a parent that feels like they've been disrespected by their child, then that's how they get talked to in a black household. I don't know. I've heard it too many times. So that's why I'm like, it didn't surprise me at all. I know pastors and first ladies in churches, they ain't about to have that shit. If you come to them talking crazy in their house, they gonna put the Bible on it when they say it. So that's just what I know.
So we'll keep it moving from Kirk and go from one scandalous story to the next.
Massage Watson.
Massage Watson.
Damn.
That might be a title right there.
That's good.
That might be a title right there.
Watson.
Yeah, I honestly don't know that much. I don't think.
Well, it went from like a couple to like 6, 7. Now we had like 12?
Yeah, all right. So what they're saying is Deshaun Watson, quarterback of the Texans, who is holding out, want to be traded, is saying that it's a civil lawsuit filed against him with like 12 women now, all massage therapists apparently, to say that I guess he did some kind of inappropriate act while giving his massage. So
allegedly.
Do we know is it like one? I don't know how to word this correctly. Is it all random people like with different attorneys that are bringing these together, or one attorney has accumulated a group of women?
Okay. Yep.
And apparently,
that was my assumption.
Apparently, so I don't know the attorney's name. I forgot what it was, but some real Texas type name. But he lives down the street or in the same neighborhood as the owners.
Yeah, I heard him and the owners are pretty good friends or something like that.
He said he don't really know them, though. I don't believe that at all. I think if you guys live in the same, y'all know each other. But and I'm not gonna say it's some kind of conspiracy or anything like that either, because I think that would be disrespectful if it was any kind of true. But I guess we'll just have to see how it unfolds. It is some terrible things that are being said about Deshaun Watson, and if you don't clear it up, it could definitely ruin an NFL career.
He said, well, I heard they said, well, they made it official now since all this came out. He's coming to the Steelers. Y'all ready to sign him up?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Well, I think we can work with it.
It's just crazy.
We can deal with that. Go through your little legal troubles. Ben gonna play this year anyway.
We know y'all good at covering shit up.
Go through your little legal troubles and come. We'll holler at you in 2022. Be ready to play.
Did you see the text message that they leaked out?
Oh, I ain't seen nothing leaked.
What he just him apologizing, but I don't think that's like incriminating at all. He just said, "I apologize if anything made you feel uncomfortable. That wasn't my intentions. My apologies," or something like that.
No. I don't think it proves anything or incriminates him. But it's
not a good look.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that it seems like something must have not. When I say something must have happened, I don't mean like he sexually assaulted somebody, but there must have been some sort of awkward exchange that he felt the need to text afterwards.
Right.
Sorry if you were uncomfortable or whatever. My initial gut reaction still leans towards money grab situation.
Right.
Since the initial report was that attorney had attempted to send like not a lawsuit, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like an agreement. A payout agreement up front before even kind of the charges came up officially.
I heard the lawsuit was only for like fucking $500.
Nah,
I don't know any truth to that. That's just why I've heard.
Deshaun's statement said 6-figure request.
One of the girls is saying that he forced her to like perform oral sex. And that, I just don't know how much of that I believe, because it's like, did Deshaun Watson have a pistol while he was getting to a shot? I don't get how anybody can force you to do that. Like that kind of act. I don't know. I think to me that they have to be like, I don't see him being like that dominant. I guess he could like kind of coerce you to do it.
Deshaun's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, I mean, literally, she would have like markings. She would have had to be like, he would have to get like seriously physical with her in order like for an actor like that to occur. That's what I feel like.
Right.
And then she would have probably filed or called the police afterwards. I would hope so. But I mean, I know that shit doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes you don't want to report things and stuff like that. But that's part I kind of don't believe, because I feel like that's a little bit more unlikely him like, exposing himself or making somebody feel uncomfortable. Certainly, I think, those are possibilities, but I think that one is just too extreme for me to believe at this point. I need more evidence on that.
I heard one deep conspiracy about that he has something to do with this, to drop the price of his trade so he can force his way out.
That's crazy.
It's a wild one, but I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy.
You wouldn't go that far. You would get like a DUI or something.
Right. I mean, yeah, you ain't gonna take it to this.
You'll fail a drug test or something.
I thought it was wild when I heard it. I was like, damn.
Right, yeah.
That's how I think about it. Like, yeah, they is asking for three first rounders.
Post some Farrakhan.
They is asking for 3 first rounders. That's gonna lower that price a little bit.
Nah, post some Farrakhan or something. Don't go sexual assault.
Yeah.
This is a legal tie up. You don't want none.
Right.
He didn't recruit 12 girls. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. It's just something I definitely didn't expect to happen. Maybe if it was like, I don't know, Baker Mayfield or something that's more believable. But
he
like Deshaun Watson.
Right.
You seem like
he has such a clean cut career.
Superman type.
But then those be the ones. Then you got your Aaron Hernandez, who was so clean cut that whole time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's certainly a possibility. People get money and they just do wild shit. I don't know.
Money and power.
They feel
and
like,
like
I said, it may be corrupting them, or it just actually the person that they are behind the scenes.
Just a feeling like, who's gonna say no to me? Or who's going to hold me accountable?
Or how dare you say no to me?
I'm a NFL
you know who I am
superstar.
I'm Massage Watson.
Yeah, right. How dare you? How dare you?
Did y'all think about it also? I think the concept of the traveling masseuse that comes to your house is a weird thing anyway. Like, just for normal people, that's a thing that people do. My mom has this lady that does that. That's a masseuse that comes to your house.
You get a lot of money.
It's just weird to me, and I can't imagine.
I mean, that's what anything. People have services that can you gotta hire a personal one for you. It's a lot of things you do that.
I understand that most of them aren't situations where you get as naked as you want to get in the room and they rub down your body.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think it's similar to like a physical therapist is what it sounds like to me, except this is massage.
I'm not saying that he did something wrong. I'm just saying my mom has set up massages with the person that she uses for me. So I've gotten a massage done at their house when the lady came over to do it. And I was like, it is what it is. This is somebody she's friends with or whatever. So but I can't imagine having this masseuse over to my house.
Why? Because at the end, you're going to be like,
yeah,
obviously.
I mean,
what did I pay all this money for?
Right.
No, I just think that concept is nuts. It just seems like you're like opening the opportunity for something bad to happen.
Just you,
because you're bringing them in, because you're bringing them into your home.
It's not in like the confines of their facility or anything like that. This is my house. This is my home.
So in 2021, in the era that we're in right now, as a rich athlete or an entertainer, I think it would be best to
be more careful
at home.
See, he should have just made a situation where he can come to the Patriots, link up with my nigga Bobby Kraft. He would have put him on to all the good spots where he wouldn't get caught up. You know what I'm saying? If he did, he would get him out of it real quick, and then boom, we've been good.
When he tried to throw it at the Steelers, and you could have hit him right back with.
I just put it together with Kraft getting this shit off last year, whatever. We know.
I can't even bring up Kraft because Pat's gonna suck anyway, so it don't matter.
Don't do that. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We'll talk about that later. Damn, now you made me lose my fucking
I know. You start thinking about us whooping ass next year, right?
Sure, it wasn't anything profound.
Just trying to watch this shit, man. We just gotta see how it unfolds.
Yeah, we gotta see how it play out.
I know the Texans have already made like several moves to.
They picked up about 12 running backs.
But
all the fucking running backs you got to get. Well, need a fucking quarterback. What y'all doing?
They got a couple quarterbacks.
Do they? All right.
Yeah, they got Tyrod Taylor, and then they just made a trade for the Bengals backup quarterback Finley or whatever. Ryan Finley.
What? That's
something. Or they might have signed him. I don't know if they traded him, but they might have signed him too.
That's weird.
I can see one of them running backs getting that backup spot before Finley.
They're clearly trying to address it to say we at least want guys who played and have NFL experience, so that can step in into a start.
Or it's just all that's out there to get right now.
Tyrod Taylor's not a bad. If you looking to just like, I guess, to be an average like team that can compete within games, Tyrod Taylor's not you can go 8-8 with Tyrod Taylor.
Not the team won't tank, but I hear you, but not the Texans. They're about to be terrible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that the Deshaun situation is the worst for them because nobody is going to trade right now until it's like resolved.
Until it's over.
Yeah. It's got to be fully resolved.
Well, that's bad for Deshaun too, though.
Yeah, it's
a terrible situation
for sure because it's bad for everybody involved and anybody.
He about to lose some endorsements and shit.
Maybe he's paid enough. That part's not. I don't think that part.
Yeah, he got his bread.
The money off the field is still important as well too, because you just don't know how long you can make money on the field.
Sure, he's getting.
When you got the contract he got last year, he's pretty well off.
He should be paid.
It's gonna be all right.
He should be paid for the rest of his life for sure. But again, when the income stops, when that football money stops, you're gonna have to live your life differently, I'm sure, than what you're doing currently or while you're getting that money.
Definitely. So, $40 million next year.
Yeah, what if they release him because of this? I'm sure some guaranteed money is on.
They're getting a worse.
We see so many big contracts that we be looking at $40 million like it's not fucking $40 million. Like you good with $40 million. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should be straight with $40 million. Like
what you're saying is not false. Right. I'm just saying the team at this point needs to do something, whether that's have him as their quarterback or get rid of him. And right now, all this stuff puts both of those in jeopardy.
I wonder though, if you're getting a massage and shit at your house, why don't you protect yourself with stuff like this? Like, can't you record them or something like that, or so that you can have it documented?
I'm with you
because you just never know when things like this can arise, especially when you have like somebody's going to try to get at your money. It's going to be a money grab, and especially if you're using. He's continuously using different people to do the massage, which is kind of weird to me because it's like, why wouldn't you just find That
One sold, yeah.
Are you really doing this? And these people you can't, like, you burn the bridge. Like, these people are never gonna come back again.
Particularly during COVID.
Especially during the quarantine, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all the people in your house.
Right.
Yeah.
So
During the season,
good.
I know we have 4 really good
That don't look
massages
good.
this month with different people, but let's
when you
find
put it
a
like
fifth
that,
person.
why you bringing all them different people in your
Why
house?
you bringing all these people around?
I gotta be honest, this was not how I expected this.
I wonder if he
conversation
like
to go.
looks at the pictures of the
this is
of
good.
masseuse. Like, no, y'all gotta send over a picture first.
He was
before-
finding them off Instagram.
Oh yeah, that's what they said.
On the ground.
Yeah, it's but
There's a
it's
lot
bad
of
in trouble.
secondary details that are
You're
like
in trouble, Deshaun. As we
You in
unfold
trouble,
this-
Deshaun.
As we unfold this shit don't sound too good for you, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They don't sound too good for this.
Why they put R. Kelly's face on them?
I didn't see that.
You see that meme?
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen it a few times. Why y'all
don't-
put R. Kelly?
he
He
don't
is not
deserve
fucking
that.
with kids,
Not
bro.
yet.
He don't
That is
deserve
not right, bro. Y'all taking it too far.
I did not see that.
He don't deserve that, but it ain't looking good for him, man.
Nah, he gotta get together.
Yeah,
Free agency.
But we'll see how it play out. We'll see how it play out.
Is that what
Well,
we're-
I guess we'll talk
Where we
about
at?
the team that spent the most in free agency, $100 million.
We had the
Some shit
bag.
like that. The Pats.
Bill and Kraft was giving that shit out.
How's it feel right now? It's
I feel
always
fucking great.
It's always fun when your team is picking everybody up.
I feel fucking great.
They got
always.
2 tight ends, Jonnu Smith and
Two-headed monster.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry.
You know what?
Y'all knew this would happen.
But you know what?
What did you say? Did you say
Y'all knew this would happen.
Oh, stop, man.
Get out of here.
Now you can leave.
You've been hanging out with Carl too.
But y'all knew this would happen, bro.
That was worse than
But
anything
y'all
I've
knew this
ever
would
seen.
happen. Nah, we ain't gonna do that.
That was an attempt. He pulled up from half court, and you gotta
Yeah.
respect that.
That was bad. That was bad.
Come
Oh,
on.
bro, that was bad.
I had to get that off.
But no, this offseason for the Pats proves my point about Bill Belichick.
Point of what?
What is the
Of
point?
what I've made on this very
Not
podcast.
drafting well?
Here we go.
Not drafting.
We're not
well.
gonna do this hate.
Last year,
We're not gonna do
in
this
the
hate.
draft, they drafted 2 tight ends.
Can I
What
tell
were
you
we
this?
excited about?
When you always at the top,
Hold on.
how you're not gonna get the best draft picks.
I want to hear this. It sounds like he's done actual
They
research. here.
drafted 2 tight ends in the 3rd round last year, and you said, "Oh, this gonna be our new Gronk and Hernandez."
I never said
combo.
that. I never said those
sounds-
words.
it sounds
I never
familiar.
said those
No,
words.
it
Don't
sounds
do that.
familiar.
I never said those words. I say it looks good because we need a tight end. I never said there was a new Gronk and Hernandez.
Well, either
What the
way,
fuck?
this is what you were thinking. I don't know.
Nah. You
This
put
is what
words in
you
my
were
mouth. You put words in my
And
mouth.
those 2 tight ends combined for 5 catches and 55 yards last year.
There you
So
go.
what does Bill Belichick do? He's terrible at the draft, as I stated, but he's the best GM at working free agency. He goes out there and he likes veteran players who've already played and displayed that they can play in the NFL. So he grabbed the 2 best.
If you
tight
believe
ends
that
in free
as it
agency.
be, whatever.
But hold on.
Do what you do best. I ain't mad at it.
This
I ain't
was
mad at it.
Draft. That's
This
all.
was a masterful performance by Carl just now. I gotta be honest.
Oh God.
You come through with a great week of picking up all these free agents, and your team is making moves.
I still feel good.
Yeah, and you should. And you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. I still
But he
feel amazing.
figured out a way to steal that from you.
Nah.
And say, I was
Bring
right.
up a point that he made before. Had solid grounds on this point. I gotta say that was a beautiful
I
performance.
appreciate that.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Wow.
I am a Patriot hater. I'm not saying that the moves aren't still great, but what he just did was it was a great performance.
And my response to
I want to give
your
that respect.
draft take on Belichick, when you at the top for so long, the pickings is slim out there. The pickings is slim when you at the top in the draft.
Slim picking.
That's all I'm saying. Just put it like that. It ain't like we at the bottom of the bottom and we just drafting sorry ass high picks or something. We taking a chance on these 3rd rounders and 4th rounders to see what they gonna do.
Last chance.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
they taking a chance, and none of these chances have made the Pro Bowl. The last Pro Bowler was Jamie
Hey,
Collins. in
they're late
2000.
rounders. They're late rounders. They're late rounders for a reason. They're late rounders for a reason. That's all I'm gonna put it like that.
Was the last Pro Bowler that Bill Belichick
But if we're gonna put it like that, he drafted the best pick as the last pick in the draft, the greatest quarterback of all time. He drafted the best pick in the draft of all time. If we're gonna put it like that,
Point Moss.
boom, boom. He drafted the best pick ever in the draft.
One player.
Hey, it was the best player of all time. So it's the best player.
He threw out
pick.
big joker.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He threw out big
I had to
joker
take it there because you kept on. Come on.
But still, it doesn't negate anything that I've said. That's an actual fucking fact. You tried to go with the trump card.
Carl's got good writtens. He ain't got no rebuttals though.
None.
No rebuttals.
Whatever, man.
He had the first and second verse pinned, but was not ready for the third.
Shut all that shit down.
That's some
It's
BS.
hard being at the top. It's hard.
You guys won't be at the top this year.
I'm just saying, it's hard being at the top, bro.
You'll be drafted in the middle of the pack this upcoming draft. Y'all got a first round pick, right?
Yeah, we got 3.
Right. So, oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I say we should get D-Wop. They ain't high first round picks. They ain't high first round picks. Yeah, he know that up.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he like that. Yeah, we got 3, bro.
I don't know if y'all got 3 first.
We got 3. That's why I've been saying we should get D-Wop. They ain't high picks though, so they don't want our picks.
Oh, so
but we got 3 picks.
He's gonna be terrible with these 3 picks.
You don't know that.
The punter.
You don't know that.
Yo, he do some crazy
Probably get
shit.
more tight ends.
We ain't had
Fuck
3.
it.
We ain't had
Fuck
3.
it.
We ain't had 3 first round picks in quite some time. So I'm sure he's gonna do something with it.
Who are the
Y'all
other?
had 3 good picks.
Who are the other draft?
It's lonely at the top.
Free agents though. You got the 2 tight ends and defensive guys, which I didn't know by name, but are they big picks?
Oh, Judon from Baltimore, linebacker.
I wasn't
He's a
familiar
beast.
with him.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a beast.
And then y'all got Nelson Aguilar, who had a good last season.
Yep.
I thought he was much
Kendrick
improved.
Bourne from the Niners. He's a decent fast receiver.
Yeah, that's the pylon dude, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he like drop he fumbled the ball in the end zone or something? These
I
are
don't
players
know
that y'all
about
got.
I don't know about that. You had to throw some hate in there. Like Bourne's a good third, fourth receiver you can have on your team for sure. I like it.
Yeah, y'all need them. Y'all definitely need some receivers. But I do think the move was smart to get the tight ends.
Both of them.
I think it's
I'm happy for Cam.
eventually. It helps. It's smart for Cam.
I'm happy for Cam.
Speaking
Yeah.
specifically,
Oh yeah,
for
and
Cam,
we signing Cam. We didn't say that.
I think it's stupid to invest that much money in tight ends into
That
your
was
team.
kind of my thoughts.
That's kind of wild. And
when I
now
saw the second one.
Now you have to hit on your draft picks. So he's putting himself in a tough
Not
spot
necessarily.
there. Yeah, you do.
I don't think it's we have to. What do you mean? What do we need that we have to get?
But I
Didn't
think
Patrick Chung just retire?
Yeah, we
I
signed the
think-
safety in the corner.
I think the point
You
is
need players,
if you're
bro.
spending
Get
them up in the free
if
agent.
you're spending 24, how many million per season for the 2 of them? Do you know?
I forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Were
pretty
they
big.
close to 12 apiece?
Oh,
Something like that.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
If you're spending
Something like that.
24 million on tight ends, then you have less room to be wrong in the draft. I think is Carl's point with less sauce on it.
I mean, I guess.
If you're devoting
I
a
feel
lot
like-
of money to one position, then you can't miss as often with
know,
the other draft picks. I
It's
think that's
definitely
fair.
not a bad thing that he picked up these two pretty good tight ends. Especially because I think we're looking at the league and how everybody's set up for these deep plays and these bunch of receivers going down the field. Belichick has always gone against the grain. He's never doing what everybody else in the league is doing. He likes to do what he do, have a great defense, have a good running game, have great tight ends. He's going back to that formula that he did when he went on that spree 10 years ago. And it looks good. I like it. I can't wait to see how he puts it together.
I hate when people say that, though.
Wow.
Going back to that formula. This
Yeah,
is
the
not
formula that
fucking
wins.
Vulcan Hernandez, though.
The formula
you
that
don't
wins.
know that.
They're not, but
You don't
they're
know
very
that.
similar.
They could be.
They're the best 2 that was in the free agency, so it is what it
This
is.
year, but they're solid tight ends. Jonnu Smith is really good, and Hunter Henry is like freakishly.
And by the way,
athletic.
you bringing up draft picks, Gronk and Hernandez were guys we drafted. Just want to let you know that. Why we bringing those guys up?
These are good players.
Yeah.
But this is like
Leave
10
those
years
guys
ago,
out,
bro.
huh?
How many good tight ends have y'all had drafted since then?
Because we at the top, word. We top 3 every year. How are we going to get good picks, word? What we talking about?
Good players that's drafted all throughout the draft every year. And the
Not by the
Patriots
top
never
3,
did
not by
that.
the top 3 teams in the league that the past season. No, they're not. What we talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What other signings do we have? I like the Redskins signings. They picked up Fitzpatrick and Curtis Samuel. I like both of those.
They did get Kurt.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about the Curtis Samuel pick because I feel like
they paid a lot.
I think they paid too much, which he's a good player.
He got a bag.
A lot of different ways. But I feel like
somebody else should have went and got.
Very similar to Terry McLaurin. So I don't think
you have too many of those guys.
Yeah, but where's their big body receiver that's going down the field? And where's your 50-50?
I don't think you need to have that. You don't need to have a big body receiver.
Your receiving core should be like a basketball team.
Well, they've got the tight end.
Logan Thomas, he's a beast. And shout out to him.
I think you're going to see different teams run different styles because, I mean, that was the Panthers' current team or last year's team. We 5 years ago, we had Funchess and Benjamin and tried to go the big guy route that could win the jump balls and all that shit. And those two didn't end up being that good.
No,
but they ended up going the smaller route recently with DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Robbie Anderson ended up being, he's kind of tall,
yeah,
right?
But
he's a fast slot receiver.
He's not a 50-50 ball guy. I'm just saying, I think you want to have that versatility. You want to have the guy who's traditionally, and all these people have to do different things regardless. You're going to have to do a little bit of each at some point. But you want the guy who's the burner. Then you want the guy who's like the 50-50 ball catcher. Then you want your little quick slot guy. That's traditionally how you want your wide receiver core set up, I think.
Everybody ain't trying to set their shit up like the Steelers, bro.
No, that's not how the Steelers necessarily set
For real, y'all should probably switch y'all shit up and get some smaller receivers because Ben ain't throwing that shit down the field like that no more. Maybe y'all should take note. Maybe y'all should take note.
Why you hating?
I gotta get my shit off. You been talking shit, bro. You been talking shit. Speaking of the Steelers, let's talk about your boy.
Are you happy to get Juju back?
Oh, he was ecstatic.
Fucking ecstatic.
All right. I assumed, but you were saying there was no chance he was going to get paid too much.
No, yeah, I thought that Juju was going to at least command about $14 to $16 million a year. I just don't think the market was there for wide receivers this year.
What did he get paid?
1 year, $8 million.
$8 million. Okay,
yeah, short.
Didn't see that.
At half the price, yeah, definitely. I'm super happy to have him back, and that's the only free agent that the Steelers was able to retain. Really, that was like our big name free agents.
I bet because he took the short.
Some of the smaller guys, but
you got Ben back.
Well, he's not. He wasn't a free agent, so. Yeah, I know you tried. But no, yeah, I'm happy to have him back, man. I think another year for Juju is good. It was a smart decision for him, I think, to come back.
What the fuck? You've already predicted that y'all are going to suck next year.
What?
No,
so he took less money.
It was a smart decision to go with Ben and not go with Mahomes or Lamar. It was a smart decision to do that?
No, I think
for him.
I think first
it was smart for the team. It was great for the team.
You go back into the offense that you're familiar with and that you've been productive in. They switched up the coordinator and everything. I think he's going to be used differently this year, or used to the way that we've seen Juju used before, where he's able to create more big plays down the field. And so you do your little one-stop gap here for a year, and then you take off. I think he'll be able to establish himself in a better market next year. And then you might as well do it with a familiar team if you're doing it on a 1 year deal anyway.
That sounds good if that plays out like that in the future. But Juju reminds me of a little what we was talking about with Zion earlier, how he's a little like childish to me. And his childish acts of him, how he acts, he's a great player. But I think that plays into how he's like loyal to a fault to the Steelers. I know he loves the Steelers as a team that drafted him. He's been ride or die with them, says he want to retire a Steeler. But it comes to a point where it's like when your payday is here and you decide to take the short to be loyal to a team that when you're not good enough no more, they ain't going to be loyal to you. It's kind of a crazy risk to take when you could have went and got a bag and been on a team that's a Super Bowl contender.
Well,
how do you
know the payday, though?
How do you know the bag was there?
They say it was far more than $1 year and $8 million that other teams was offering.
Well, for the most part, the ones that were reported, the Ravens offered them 9.5 for like $4 million in incentives, and then the Chiefs deal was very similar to what the maybe like $500,000 more than what Pittsburgh offered him. So it just wasn't enough to sway him to say,
Oh, so it wasn't that much more.
yeah,
I thought it was way more.
That's what I'm saying. You might as well stay where you
All
are.
right, well, that changes
somewhere
things.
you're familiar and you know that you can produce. But if you're in the Ravens offense, you kind of don't know if you're going to produce enough on a 1-year deal to sign a big contract or something in the 12 to 14.
Why wouldn't you though? You know, you coming to the Ravens, you're the guy. You would be the guy to him.
But they're not going to throw. One thing you know about the Steelers, at least if Ben is playing, they're going to throw the ball a lot. You're going to have some opportunities. The Ravens not going to throw it as much as that. And then you go to the Chiefs and you might get kind of lost in that offense. You're not going to be Juju's the go-to guy on third downs for the Steelers. He can get paid for that alone for a team. He was like top 3 in the league in third down conversions last season. So go back to where you're familiar, especially if it's on a 1-year deal and the money is not that much difference. Like I said, those incentives that the Baltimore Ravens built into his contract, you may not even hit those because they're not going to throw the ball as much.
Possibly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know it was that close that they was doing. I thought they was offering him a lot more to get him.
For Juju on that reason alone.
Maybe.
I don't know if any other free agent signings really stick out. I can't think of them off the top of my head, though.
Aaron Jones got
Buffalo
paid.
Was weird to me.
Who the Buffalo? Oh, Trubisky. Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
I thought that was super weird.
You know why he got paid?
Oh, no, not at all. Probably.
Why he got paid?
Do you know what he got paid?
I don't know what it's
I don't think it was nothing crazy. I don't know.
I mean, if it was really small, I guess it does make sense for Buffalo. But if it's not, if there was any real money behind it, I don't know why they would do it. And if there wasn't any money behind it, I don't know why he would go there and make himself definitely not a starter. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Was he a free agent?
It's 1 year, $2.5 million. So it's nothing for them.
Well, obviously, apparently, before Andy Dalton signed with him, they told him that he was going to be the starter. Like off the rips. Like that was the turning point of why he wanted to go there, because he said he was going to be a starter.
You're talking about Dalton in Chicago?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm not saying Mitch should have gone back to Chicago. I mean, if they could work something out, then cool. I'm just saying if you're not going to be a starter or even have a chance at competition,
right?
Why would you go somewhere that's offering 2.5? I can get $2.5 million from some terrible team that I could actually have a shot at playing.
Maybe you could have went to Washington.
Even Cincinnati, where he's coming off of an injury. Maybe he's not ready at the beginning of the year or something.
A chance to at least showcase, hey, this dude might can play, and we can put him on a roster next year.
Well, these teams was even offering him nothing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. It just seems weird to me.
It was definitely some money.
It wasn't like a high sought out free agent as a quarterback.
No,
I mean definitely not. Definitely not. I think the ones that were on the market, I guess, already got scooped up. So like Dalton and Tyrod. But this, $10 to $12 million out there for a good backup quarterback.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
$10 million to Dalton to the Bears, and the Bears still got Foles for $19 million a year, I believe. I don't know what they're going to do.
Is that what they're still paying them?
Pretty sure.
That's nuts. What about Mariota? Did anything transpire with that yet?
I ain't heard nothing else.
Like I said, I didn't know he was in the league.
$8 million pay cut?
Yep. Or they was releasing them.
I thought he was, did y'all not remember that game where he came in and played he had to play almost pretty much a full game for Derek Carr?
I don't think I remember.
I looked after you said that he was good that game or whatever. I looked it up, and that was the only game he played in.
Yeah. Well,
like 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 200 yards or something.
But the throws that he made during the game was very impressive. And I think he might have had a huge run too. He just looked like a different player. He didn't look like the Mariota that you saw in Tennessee. He looked like a real quarterback when he came in. He had a terrible pick at the end that kind of sealed the game. But kind of what you
sounds like Mariota to me.
He played well. He had 70-something rushing yards.
Marcus Mariota, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
What is your point?
Breeze is retired.
He was great.
Officially.
What is your point?
I'm not saying he was great. All I'm saying is that, bro, he could come in and be a starter for a team. That's what I saw.
I'm over.
He could be a starter. I'm not saying he's great, but
we knew Drew Brees was retiring too.
Yeah, officially. So now
He took my advice.
it's on.
He took my advice.
He didn't take your fucking advice.
He took my advice. I'll hit him on the
It's
horn and
on.
shit like Redskins.
The battle was on. Jameis. What was the boy's name?
Taysom.
$140 the battle. Who gonna win the starting job?
I think it's already in Jameis' hands. I mean, let's be real.
You think it's in Jameis' hands?
Yeah, bro.
You forgot when Breeze got hurt, who started, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know who they're going to go with.
I know they're going to go with Jameis if they want an actual chance to win football games on a consistent
So then you should
Big, bold
definitely not go with Jameis
there.
then. Fucking winning games.
You want a real quarterback in there. You want a guy who's gonna really throw the ball around. I mean,
can we talk about
Taysom's going to do what he's been doing.
Can we talk about somebody?
He's going
Last chance you.
Yeah, anything else? I can't.
I don't know why I got him started on Jameis. You about to bring up Jameis highlights now?
I can't.
No, that's serious though. He's gonna come in and he's gonna really play the quarterback position. Taysom Hill's not gonna do that. You're not gonna have him as an actual starting quarterback for 17 games.
I saw one of the Long boys is coming out of retirement.
Chris?
I don't know.
Is it Chris or the other one?
I don't
How many of them is it?
Anybody?
I feel like it's like 3 of them before.
No, man. Chris Long. Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, UVA.
I thought it was just him and his dad, though, right? Is that what you talking about?
He got another brother, though, right? He definitely has another brother.
The brother who played offensive line.
Yeah.
It's one. You're right. I think it's just 2 of them, though.
Yeah.
So which one is it? The one that played defense? Or
I have no idea. That was the first name I could think of that wasn't Jameis.
Y'all be hating, bro.
That was the only.
You gotta
reason.
get that hate.
I'm talking about last chance you, yo. Coach Mosley is a fucking beast.
Last chance you.
I fuck with Coach Mosley.
I'm not finished with it yet, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna ruin the ending of it. I mean, even though you could probably tell how this gonna end. It's right before COVID. So you already know how this is about to end.
Yeah,
but
about to cancel all that shit, huh?
Yeah, but you know.
I'm not gonna tell you the end.
And they told me the end
immediately afterwards.
I mean, if you watching the show, you know it's the season before COVID hit.
Yeah,
I was expecting it the whole time.
I was wondering why nobody had masks.
I had zero expectation.
You didn't expect it?
Zero.
When I knew that it was
they did
last year's season before when they canceled everything, I was like, oh, this shit about to come to an end. They ain't gonna get to the championship. I knew that shit was coming.
This is why I don't talk to TV shows.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said, I'm not going to tell you. And then immediately told you.
To tell us everything that happened.
How could you not see that?
His first,
I wasn't thinking of that.
His first statement after I told you I'm not going to tell you about it. But you can already tell this is how it ends.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty.
I mean, it's not that big of a blow, I don't think. I think it's kind of like,
bro,
if you don't know about COVID at this point, then what we talking about?
I got a few episodes left and you ruined it. I might never watch it again.
Hey, well.
I mean, Coach Mosley,
he's
a pretty dope dude.
He's wild.
He's a pretty dope dude.
He's a pretty dope dude.
He's wild. So
have you ever had a coach like that, though? That just be on ass. Like, just be on ass. I had coaches like that, bro.
He's got a weird way of doing things. I like it. I like that he does his own way.
I think it's funny that when people don't curse, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. That's how it was. That's how it was with Coach Rocco.
Dude.
Yo, Coach Rocco was a beast for getting some shit off without cussing. Like, I didn't know how he did it. At one point, I think he cusses out there in the halftime of a game or something. Well, he ain't really cuss, but he dropped y'all out here pussyfooting around. We was like, oh, you tried to get that off right quick, like, because it was pussyfooting.
Pussyfooting.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Titty bumping out of her.
Yeah.
Just out there titty bumping.
Playing bag tag. Out here playing bag tag.
Hey, man, I love, I like coaches like that really coach people hard, man, because that's the way you get the best out of your players and stuff. So, and I just find it entertaining when people talk shit but don't curse, because it's like you got to be so creative,
right? Yeah.
Like, I don't get how you get that fired up and not drop an F-bomb.
Fucking Phillip Rivers.
Like, it's gonna come.
He the king of it.
It's gonna cut loose eventually. You know, I can't say "gosh darn it" if I'm fired up. I can't. It's not.
You motherfreakers are gonna practice.
I don't think at a certain point it's gonna be like, man, I don't know if I can take you serious. But his demeanor, though, I think, affects the kids or rubs off on the kids the right way.
Yeah.
All right, so this doesn't ruin anything important. Did you get to the part where he does the silent treatment?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's just the worst.
It was so long.
It was awkward.
I want to say it was like 10 or 15 minutes on the little meter.
That shows you how great of a coach he is. Because, in that moment, they expected him to light their ass up. And he was like, nah, I'm not going to say shit to y'all for 5 straight minutes.
Said nothing. And it was like, all right, 5 up. Didn't address it
Let
ever.
y'all sit in it.
And just to get your attention, like, you'll never not remember that practice.
Or the time where he, I guess one of the dudes that said, I guess that he missed an assignment or something like that. He said it wasn't my fault. And I guess he was like almost kind of blaming everybody else. He said, well, everybody else get in line. Yeah. And you can watch everybody else.
I've had a coach do that before plenty of times.
That's
to
tough,
me,
bro.
and he started running too. He was like, my fault, I'll run too.
That's
because it's my fault, not your fault. To me,
that's a great coach tactic.
You gotta respect that.
Because it makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
Because your whole team got to run for you. It makes your player feel bad.
Oh, your team gonna hate you.
Yeah, your team gonna be pissed at you. Like, what the fuck, bro?
But to me, I wouldn't allow my coach to, like, you're not gonna tell me I can't. I'm gonna have to run with the team. I would run with the team too. I'm not gonna sit there and watch them run.
You're gonna get a Kurt Franklin phone call.
Yeah.
So you don't run.
And not only that, the coach started running too.
Yeah.
We all got to run because it ain't your fault. It's all on us.
Right. My fault. I think that was a really good example that he set there.
That's a good way to get the team to govern themselves.
Right, exactly.
Like, if I'm going to have to answer for your mistakes, then I'm going to hold you accountable. We're not letting you make these mistakes.
That's where the captains come in.
Yeah, much respect.
He's a great coach.
What's your boy's name? Deshaun? I fuck with him. The point guard?
Yeah. Deshaun is cool.
Oh, he's a shooting guard, actually.
Joe's pretty cool. Joe Hampton.
He's a good player, but
he's a baller.
He's got problems.
Yeah, so he's been through some shit.
He's weird because
he's one of the entitled motherfuckers, though.
I feel like when he does like his side interview things, he's such a different person.
Yeah,
like in a calm, cool setting, he seems like a really smart, intelligent dude that thinks through stuff. And then as soon as he's on the court or tension gets high or whatever, I've
seen that before though. Yeah, like a player that's always on edge and they can handle it throughout their day or whatever, but then when they get in their environment on the court, they let all that shit out.
Yeah.
So they let all their emotion or whatever they've been holding in all throughout the day when they on the court, and he's definitely one of those players.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a hot chill sometimes.
He's a baller. He reminds me of Rasheed Wallace's game. He's a hooper.
He does get buckets. I like that KJ kid. It seems like all he does is dunk.
Yeah.
Every single play is a dunk.
Yeah, he don't have a lot of game.
He a beast.
I know.
What?
Nothing.
What's that?
Nothing. I'm just saying all he does is dunk. And you said you can tell he doesn't really have a game. I know another player that only dunks.
Don't get me started.
That's kind of crazy when you really think about it.
Because it's so much
just catching the oops
for that other player.
All his points are layups and dunks.
Who were you talking about? I was talking about Blake.
Oh, okay. Who he got game too? Blake got game.
Oh, no doubt. I was talking about Blake Griffin.
Okay, yeah. Let's keep it that way.
I heard Blake Griffin on an interview yesterday because y'all have heard the thing about. We talked about him not dunking.
Yeah, right.
So he was like,
2 years.
He was like, the stat is something like 469 straight days since I haven't dunked. And he was like, you realize I played in 19 games during that time?
Right, yeah, he had been playing.
I knew he had injuries that were preventing him from being the old player, but I didn't realize he's only played in 19 games.
Yeah, that's because you don't see the Pistons.
Yeah, you don't see Pistons games.
Right.
You don't see no Pistons games.
No, not at all.
You don't see no highlights or anything.
Yeah, he didn't play hardly that whole last season.
So I wasn't even aware he was out. Honestly.
I didn't know it was like, well, that was only last year. I mean, the year before that, he was still with the Clippers, right?
I think
Either way,
before was the first
it was crazy when I heard that 469 days is actual equivalent to 19 games worth.
Right.
They were giving him shit. He's like, I got to dunk sometime soon.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, might as well keep it going.
Just
see how long the streak can go.
Never dunk again.
Yeah, fuck it. Just see how it goes.
It's cracking.
Somebody is cracking.
Capital blast.
It just sound like the fucking Joker or something.
They're probably thinking the same thing about us over here.
Yeah. Like,
sorry if you hear any background noises. My neighbors are loud.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Last Chance U was what?
No, fuck it, man. I've been watching. The reason why I didn't watch Last Chance U because the fucking
Snowfall.
No, bro. I ain't watched Snowfall yet. Don't say anything.
I do have one thing to say.
The Zack Snyder Justice League cut.
Nerd.
This shit is fucking out on HBO Max. It is amazing. I haven't even finished it yet. It's 4 hours long, bro.
Can you give us like
I'm turned off.
a little brief?
4 hours for
It's
one is a movie?
long. It's a movie. He split it into 6 parts. So you know what the original
God damn.
Justice League movie that came out a few years ago.
I heard of.
You didn't
just-
see it? Y'all didn't watch that?
I don't think I seen it.
Okay, y'all watch.
I'm not a big superhero thing guy.
So what he did is of course it's the same kind of storyline, but he switched up a whole lot. He added a lot of extra scenes to give it, because that movie was super like underwhelming. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. Justice League is supposed to be like this big thing for the superhero universe and all, but that movie didn't do it. It didn't satisfy anybody who watched it. But this one, it gives you so much background to the story. It just, like I said, it's 4 hours long. So
You better have about a bunch of fucking background. 4 hours.
at this point,
That's my thing with this. Huh?
It's split into 6 parts, but it's
So it's a miniseries.
I guess you can kind of say that.
I mean, honestly, I might watch it as a 6-part like series.
Is
I
it
wouldn't watch it as a
another one of those
It's-
things where you got to watch like 6 different other things to know what's going on in it?
No,
'Cause that's my thing that's been turning me off, because I ain't started in the beginning and watched all of them. So like,
no, you're familiar with all the characters, so you should be
to
able
an
to just
extent.
watch it. Everybody knows who Superman is. You know who Wonder Woman is and Batman is.
yeah, I knew who
You
they
can watch
are,
a fucking movie.
but I feel like there's like in-depth stories behind all of them that makes it all come together.
No, they tell you all of that in this, so you don't have to worry about that shit. You already know the background story of the main 3 people that I just named, but they give you the background of like the Flash and Cyborg and stuff like that, so you don't have to already know these characters per se.
All right, well, that's
They're
better.
gonna give you that information within the movie. But I'm only 2 hours
They
in.
just do a bunch of fighting.
No, it's a lot of storytelling and it's setting it up.
Because I like the origin stories more than all the later movies.
So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of origin.
I don't care about
this.
the
Is the origin of the
sci-fi
fucking
shit.
Justice League, dog. The best fucking group of superheroes ever assembled.
Superheroes aren't real.
What side is they on?
So-
The DC?
That's DC. That's DC.
And Batman's the only one I care about.
Batman's pretty cool. And they like I said,
I'll
the
probably
Zack
never
Snyder
watch
cut thus far, it's a top 5 superhero movie, and I'm only two
So you ain't
hours
even
in.
finished and it's already
2
top
hours
5.
in. It's a top 5.
God damn.
Yeah, that's how he does it, right?
Like, yeah,
how he
what
does
we
his
talking
rankings.
about?
Seen this kid play in college one time. He was really good. Probably best player in the NBA.
Right.
Just based off a trajectory.
Right.
Based off a trajectory. He's only going to get better for the next 35
Bro,
years.
Like everybody
So-
just gets like greater every year and
Just
shit. Like,
admit
nah.
one thing. I have the vision, okay? And look,
Nobody's ever gonna admit that.
No.
it's like That's So Raven, but my shit is continuous. I don't have a flash. It's just whenever
You
I
will
see
relate
it,
to something childish, so I get it.
I can see it.
I get it.
His defense was, I'm like, that's so Raven.
Right,
No, I
yeah.
said
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
You're winning.
like that.
You're good
But
at
you'll
this.
never
Then she like,
understand.
yeah.
You'll never understand.
I knew she used to see visions. Yeah, I seen the show.
I told y'all Zoe was gonna be a shooter in the NBA. I told you that his
here we go.
shooting would get up to 38%.
If your vision
Nobody
is so
believed
good,
me.
then why do you lose all your bets to me?
I don't lose them all.
Every time we bet,
Unforeseen
You lose.
things happen.
yeah,
Injuries.
But you're supposed to have the vision, though.
This is the point. This is the point right here.
I see the end
Is
game.
your
I can see the end
projection?
game.
Your projections are always like this. Nothing bad ever happens. They'll just get better for the next 19 years. So
Yeah.
obviously their stats are going to be crazy by the end. Nah, you refuse to look at the dives and the dips and the injuries,
Right, I mean,
and this
think-
happens,
a
and
lot
that
of things
happens.
Well,
This is why your projections fucking suck.
2013, I told everybody, Antonio Brown is Jerry Rice. Everybody looked at Word and said, "Oh, you're crazy, bro. You can't say that. You can't say that about Antonio Brown." And what did he do? He proceeded to be Jerry Rice over the next 6 years.
Do you want to do the
I mean-
Grammy stuff now?
But so we're not about to have this.
No,
Because
no. He's gonna recall the couple of times he's writing
Grammys.
stuff and forget everything else. Yeah, the Grammys.
I ain't seen
watch
all of it. I
any
saw a few performances. I seen the baby's performance, which was hard. He had another verse to Rockstar.
You just gonna keep on stretching that shit out as much as possible.
I mean, that was his biggest record last year.
Yeah, Rockstar was huge. My daughter asked me to play that shit today.
Just make it stop though. You don't need to add new verses.
Yeah, I think he's just.
I mean, I like it when it's in a performance. I appreciate it.
I think you should come out with a new song.
Well, y'all didn't see the performance, so y'all know how good it was. So it was a good performance.
I know the song you performed.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to see a performance to know I don't want to hear a new verse on a performance.
So you don't like,
Nah.
when people perform and they riff shit, you don't like that?
I mean, there's a lot that could go.
Or when they add something to it in the performance that wasn't a part of the song, it's like,
if you come to perform your one song and you're performing your hit, I want to hear that song.
Yeah, but
I don't want to hear
thing like the Grammys. You ain't heard this song a million times in the last year.
Is that the only song he performed?
I think he did another one. I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the time you're gonna. You might can do that, and then go ahead and debut your new song. That's what I want.
I would rather hear two older ones, but that makes sense to me.
Debut your new song.
It's not that big of a deal.
Roddy debuted a new song. They're Heartless.
It was alright.
I thought that was okay. Like I said, it sounds like an outro on the album to me. It should be. If that's the outro on the album, I think the album is going to be having like a real good, clean sound overall. I mean, it sounds good, but I don't think that's his single. And I don't think he should
probably
lead
not
that.
a single.
It was really slow and stuff.
They didn't even put out the actual record. They just put out the performance of the record.
Because all that one I edited.
He had some words to say about. They say it was directed at Kanye, but he didn't really say.
Yeah, because he's talking about Kanye pissing in his Grammy, and that's who did that.
I don't get what Roddy's beef was.
I didn't really get it either, but what he was saying was like, when somebody like you is pissing on the Grammy and I'm right here getting nominated for these Grammys my first time, how does that make my achievement look if I win one?
Kanye did that forever ago.
No, it wasn't forever ago. That was recently. That was when he was going through his shit in the past few years.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. It's not relevant today.
It seems really sensitive to me.
Yeah, why?
It is. I understand his like. It's like, you not Kanye, Roddy. Like, I get it.
Yeah, if I'm making
Kanye won 20 of these, so he can piss in one.
Right.
Like, it's your first go around, so you need to be more appreciative.
You can be happy for yourself that you won a Grammy and not say, "Oh well, Kanye pissed in it, so it don't mean nothing."
Yeah, like,
nobody's
nah.
thinking that.
Kanye got a lot of these already.
Nobody's thinking. That's not what I think of when I see a Grammy. Is that Kanye pissed in one? I didn't think of that till Roddy mentioned it.
Yeah, I didn't get what
That's
he was
what I'm
doing.
saying. It's not. It wasn't relevant today, so I don't get why he even brought it up or why he seemed so offended by it.
Yeah,
If Kanye did it yesterday, who cares what anybody else feels about their Grammy?
Right.
Yo, I'm either happy about mine or I don't care about it.
That's like somebody burning all their money and it's like, oh, I'm just getting this money and that's how. Who gives a fuck about what he does with his?
I'll go with that.
Right. Who gives a fuck about what he does with his?
Yeah, I understand.
Like, you can just do your own thing over here and collect. You don't have to piss in yours.
Yeah, that's weird. I
You
don't
don't
even
have
hear
to
about
burn
that.
your money.
It probably wouldn't be a good deal for you being a new artist to piss on your first Grammy.
It
Probably wouldn't do good for you.
It'd be the last Grammy.
Kanye has deemed these as worthless because he has so many and he's spoiled by
He's the
it.
richest black man in America
Right.
now.
This is something that he
Give a fuck about a Grammy.
At Roddy's age, he was trying to achieve this stuff too. But now he's like, this is pointless to me and I'm not going to let anybody like necessarily judge me this type of way to make me feel good about myself.
Which, with that being said, I thought it was odd that Hov and Beyonce was at the Grammys. Beyonce won, but Hov was there.
What is Jay-Z
when
doing with his hair
he
now?
actually letting the wild dreads go out.
So, did you hear about Kodak?
He didn't say that.
No.
He posted it.
Somebody, did you see this? Talking about Jay-Z's hair?
No.
Just said he even influenced.
Oh, he said
Somebody said even Kodak.
Oh, you the first one to add these dreads, Kodak? What are we talking about?
No, he never said that.
Oh, all right.
I think he liked it or
He
something.
reposted it. Yeah, he reposted it.
But anybody that thinks that, well, I mean, I guess if you're a Kodak fan, the assumption would probably be that you're younger, but is obviously younger because to me, I see his dreads and the way he wears them and the amount of times that he's used Basquiat lines in his reps.
It's definitely Basquiat.
It's such a clear Basquiat resemblance than anything else.
All right.
But yeah, the kids
It's
thought
wild.
that was a Kodak.
I think it's a wild look.
It is a crazy look. It is a
That's
crazy
what you can
look.
do when you're a billionaire.
Yeah, when you got it, you can say fuck it.
Basquiat was like
fuck a
known
haircut.
for like looking homeless. Like he's like a crazy artist type dude. So it is kind of funny for the billionaire to rock.
That's what I guess. That's what billionaires do. Because Kanye West is what? He's the richest black man ever. Is that what they said or some shit?
I saw headlines
In America.
like that.
I think he's like top 3 in the world or something like that. Top 3 or 4.
What is it? 6 billion or 600?
6 point something billion. Yeah.
6.6 billion is what was reported like 2 days ago, and then the day after that, Forbes, I believe, said that they calculated it at 1.8. So there was some discrepancy on like future earnings and valuations and shit.
Right, gotcha.
When you're talking about
billionaires, it doesn't matter.
2 billion, 6 billion, whatever.
All of it's retarded. It's imaginary money at this point.
Insane.
I mean, it is still a crazy stat to say I'm the richest black man in the country.
No, right. But I'm just saying,
a crazy stat.
when we're talking about that much money, it doesn't matter how much of a billion you have.
Yeah.
Right.
I have $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you got to get to these other stats.
I have enough money.
Like, it ain't about the level of billions no more.
I can literally never go broke. I don't think you can spend $1 billion.
No, I don't think so.
There's nothing that he can really do.
I don't think so either.
You're going to run out of stuff to buy.
Well, because whatever you buy is going to be worth whatever you bought, too.
Right, exactly.
Like, you could try to find, like, a crazy house to spend this chunk of money on, or even if it's like an island. But then you have that as your net worth.
Yeah, that's an asset.
You'd have to give it away.
Yeah.
Literally.
You would literally have to give it away. Or get married a bunch of times.
Or get
let them take
married.
Oh, he is about to go through a divorce. Ooh.
Yeah,
Kim gonna hit him?
That could swipe.
Kim already got it, though.
I don't think it matters. They're both so rich. Who cares?
But, I mean, y'all don't know if she
doesn't matter to me.
So she might.
She's probably pretty close.
I would imagine, like, assets and stuff wise, she probably is. But I don't know. I mean, that could be completely wrong.
I know Kylie is or was. Or
that's what made me say that she probably is.
But I've never seen anything reported about her saying that. She's well off. We know that.
But yeah, she good.
Right.
She's got plenty of money. But I thought that was wild. I'm like, man, where's all this money for Ye coming from? Like,
They said most of it was from Yeezy.
Yeah.
From Yeezy?
They said most of it was that.
Yeah, because it's not a merch. It's not merch.
We ain't doing that again.
It's not.
We ain't doing that again. We ain't doing that again.
Yeezy.
Yeah, now it is.
The Gap
when it started, it was.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
The Gap thing was a big push.
Yeah, that was a huge deal. He said he's trying to make Yeezys like cheaper now. I think
he can keep them if he keeps making the shoes look the way
those
he has.
are ugly. The you talking about like the slides, or not the slides, but those fucking foam things. Yeah. I don't get what they are.
Honestly, I've never cared for any of the Yeezys.
I like the regular Yeezys.
You just say futuristic out here. It's
yeah, not for me.
I like the traditional Yeezy.
The Red Octobers looked cool, and then the
Nike ones.
The comfy looking ones looked cool.
Yeah, but I don't like the like I said, the traditional Yeezy look is the one that I like. I think that's a really good looking shoe. But the rest of the shit that he's doing is something I don't care for.
780 million.
Oh yeah, she's not
worth
for any money. For sure.
She's pretty close.
Both be billionaires.
It's not Dr. Dre's wife.
No. I'm not sure how we got there either. Was there more Grammy stuff to tell us about?
Nas won Best Rap Album.
Was that category put out?
Yeah, that was the category with Freddie Gibbs, Zan, and Royce, and D Smoke, and somebody else. Jay Electronica.
Fairly certain that was my pick back then.
Yeah, we all said that Nas was easily the most like
complete album.
Right. It seemed like they were setting him up for the Grammy win.
It was a layup.
Yeah.
Who else was you gonna give it to over Nas? That's what I thought. That's when I looked at the lineup. Like, unless Jay-Z got an album somewhere hidden in here, then
the J album.
Jay Elect album was the J album.
Yeah, right. He should have really just put his name on there. They would have won the Grammy.
Probably.
For sure. If he would have put his name on.
Was Nas there? Did he do like acceptance and stuff?
Nas was not there. They disrespected the hip hop. They just put them out on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Like they only had like the Meg Thee Stallions, the Billie Eilish, Beyonce. Those are the people that was there. I think the Baby, Roddy Ricch. These are people that was there. But a lot of the joints, they just put them out on Twitter or put them out on social media.
How many Grammys
did Meg win? Just a performance thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they had a few announcements for the people that was there.
How many Grammys did Meg win?
Was it 3? 2 or 3? Yeah.
Wow.
I've literally not paid attention to anything about the Grammys.
I don't give a fuck about a Grammy.
I usually I like the way you dropped that.
What?
It sounded like you was just going off of bars. It's like, I don't give a fuck about a Grammy.
Oh, no.
You're about to start spitting.
Oh no, bro, no, you'll know it. You know what I'm saying?
Run the shit and pull a hammy.
I'll start bobbing and shit. Y'all start nodding your head and shit.
I used to pay a lot of attention to it and be more curious and stuff, but I don't care that much anymore. I do feel like they've gotten so.
Definitely said the ratings was down. The worst watched Grammy of all time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nobody cares anymore. I feel like they got to where they got criticized so heavily for the wrong choices that they made in multiple categories that then they like really tried to start appeasing crowds with the choices that they made, and then it's like we're not even really giving out awards at this point.
Yeah,
we're just trying to pick the artist that you think is going to make people happy.
Right, less backlash.
It just doesn't really mean much to me anymore.
Yeah, I don't even care to watch performances at awards. I don't watch any award show.
It's really just something to put on your resume.
Yeah,
at this point,
for sure,
it raises your rate to say you was nominated or won the Grammy.
A Grammy, yeah.
You just raise your rate
for a feature.
Yeah, you raise your rate. That's all that is.
If you want to, but even if you never won for, it's only so much that like the Baby or Drake. The Baby don't have no Grammys, do he? Did he win a Grammy?
I don't think he won.
He was
there. He was nominated.
I guess you could put a
Rockstar was nominated.
Grammy nominated artist.
Yeah.
Put that on your resume as well too, and I guess that bolsters what you can charge as well. Because he probably get like $100K a feature or something like that.
Probably.
I remember I was listening. It was a song that wasn't too long ago that he made, like 2-3 years ago, where he was saying that I done came up, I get $5,000 for a feature. Now he charges $100K. That's wild.
That's wild.
He had a great few years.
Yeah, he
had a great few years.
That's for sure. Came up a long ways.
Before we got started, you started that Roddy classic conversation. We said we were going to get into that when we were talking about the Grammys.
I think
Roddy Classic? What do you mean?
As far as his first album.
It's
on the level, to me, it's on the level of 50 Cent's first album. He dropped
that's a tough comparison to make.
First albums in hip hop history. This is one of the best albums.
I totally disagree.
Debut albums ever dropped.
I totally disagree.
All right, well, before y'all get into it on the polar opposite ends, I don't call it a classic right now because I think part of being a classic is it has to stand up over time. So I think it's too early to call yet, but I think he's on a good pace for it. Okay. I think as of right now, I could see that being a classic album later in his career.
Very great album. Definitely wouldn't compare it to 50 because 50 had so much hype before he dropped his first album. It was so much hype. Everybody was anticipating. A lot of people that knew about Roddy was anticipating, but it wasn't like across the board. People was waiting on that album.
I'm not talking about how he got there. I'm talking about when it happened. That's all. You're talking about how that changed. Got there.
That's what. Because it's like when you have the hype and then you nail it out the fucking park, it's a different trajectory that 50 went on.
The box was just as big as probably In the Club ever was. Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like it came in, they hit that hard, one song, and then the whole album from that point goes off. It's just, I think it's a very comparable situation.
So tell me this: where's the other single?
Yeah, that was the other record.
It was only one record.
I love the rest of that album, but Get Rich or Die Trying's got like 9 songs that you could put up like that.
Classic records.
The box is a good one.
He got a bunch of radio records on there. He got the one with DJ Mustard. These songs are still.
That was a cool song. It wasn't the box. It wasn't like the box.
Yeah, right. But it wasn't like the box. But 50 Cent only had In the Club. He didn't have another song that was that big.
Wankster.
It's very rare.
PIMP.
But it's not. It won't as big as In the Club type shit. That's all I'm saying. And Roddy Ricch got plenty of hit records. You know what I'm saying? And on that same album, it's a lot of good songs on that album. So I
love the album. I just don't see we can compare it to 50. It was a great debut album. Debut album.
It's the hardest debut album. Like I said, it's on the level or second to 50 Cent. I'm not putting anybody else over Roddy Ricch except for 50, and that's the only one that's acceptable for me.
That's a strong take. It's been 20 years since the album dropped. You saying he has the only one that can compare? No, not in 20 years.
The only one. Debut. Give me another one.
Not in 20 years.
Give me one.
If I
give me
could,
another one
I had to
stick
take
out.
time to think about it because that's 20 years. But
Give me another one to stick out.
you have a little recency bias. Yeah, it's a horrible take, bro.
You got a lot of recency bias. We need to do our homework though for next episode or one of these upcoming ones, and actually try to answer that question.
Right.
And then last week, I think after we recorded, I wrote this down but forgot to think about it throughout the week. You had asked about the best album covers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So one of these upcoming episodes, we gotta actually
Kendrick.
do our homework and.
Good Kid, Mad City. That was his debut album.
Well, that's not gonna be a great argument.
That's not going to.
I know you don't. I know you
For this
don't
guy.
love Kendrick, but that was one of the greatest debut albums in the last decade.
A lot of people love it or whatever, and it's a classic. But we talk about somebody that, like, I mean, stamped on the fucking map as far as like. You the hottest rapper.
You're crazy if you're not saying that's what Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. You're crazy, bro. You crazy, bro. You crazy, bro.
What was the hits on there?
Let's move on.
What was the hits?
Let's move on.
What was the big? Was there a number one single on there?
We ain't doing that.
Roddy had a number one single.
You ever heard of swimming pools? You ever heard of swimming pools?
Did he keep Justin?
Have you ever heard of swimming pools?
Did he keep Justin Bieber from getting the number one spot on the billboards, bro? He held up Justin Bieber, brother. Roddy Ricch held up Justin Bieber from getting the number one spot, and other pop artists.
I'm gonna do my research this week, and I'm gonna kill this. Roddy has the best debut in the last 20 years.
It's nothing that you can say.
I just said it, and you don't even acknowledge Kendrick that what he did with his. So that's what
you don't have the ability to be even a little bit unbiased.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Kendrick's debut album launched him into the conversation of
the top three rapper in the game.
The only conversation being Cole, Kendrick, or Drake.
Yes.
Those three put themselves in a category that was so far over everybody else at the time.
Swimming pools, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, fucking Poetic Justice. Like, what we talking about? What we talking about?
That was a big song.
I know. It was a big album.
That was a big song for sure. But I mean, again, it don't compare to me, and that's because I don't like Kendrick.
I'll bring a better because you use shit on Kendrick regardless. So whatever.
We'll do the homework.
Is no better.
We'll do the homework
no
here
better,
at some point.
Once you get to the top of the top, the cream of the crop, it's only as high as you can go. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not even going down. I'm not going down the shit anymore.
Just let him sit.
Oh man,
some haters. It's okay. Now you gonna hate on Roddy?
I don't have any other specific topics other than new music stuff we can talk about if we want to. What else do you have?
One of the relationship goals broke up, bro.
Huh? Oh, so you talking about Sweetie?
Sweetie and Quavo, it's over, bro. It's over, bro.
Yeah, it's over. Those it
got a little spicy this week too.
She went on a show.
Yeah,
with one of the Combs sons,
Justin LeBoy.
Justin Combs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's right before it happened. That shit literally just aired.
That's why it happened.
I don't know if it's why. I'm pretty sure they was probably already broken up because she was talking kind of spicy on that joint.
Wow.
She's talking hella spicy.
Hey, look, no, the dude. They say she used to date.
Yeah, she used to date Justin Combs.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So
and he was getting his shit off too on some I miss you type shit the whole time. Weird, it was like, bro.
One of the hosts asked I guess he said, what's the benefits of dating a cancer? I guess she's a cancer or whatever. And he answered, he was like, yeah, they gonna treat you right.
Yeah, they kind of make you a better person.
Yeah.
You getting your shit off right now, bro.
And she was like, oh, let's take a shot. How about or something like that. But she said some other wild stuff on there. And, Quavo, he probably ain't having that. So
we don't know what happened, but it's messy. It's messy.
Yeah, I honestly don't care that much about it.
I feel you. That was a quick topic to bring.
It's cool. These hip hop relationships ain't gonna last. Not at all. So I think it's all. I didn't really know who Sweetie was until somebody said she was dating Quavo anyway. So
she got a few hits out there.
She got that one big song I know about, but I can't really think of it off the top of my head now.
She got two solid ones.
Something I would never listen to in my own settings. Like me.
Same, but I know about them.
Tap In
was that's the most recent one.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other one was Icy or something like that. The one she had to the Too Short beat.
Go ahead,
bro. I'm not gonna sing it to you.
It's rapping. It's not singing.
I'm not gonna rap it. I only know it because there was a remix that was like Jack Harlow.
Yeah, there wasn't a remix. I want to
say it was Wayne. It was like a bunch of names that I would be interested in hearing, and I just can't listen.
Yeah, it was like another What's Poppin' remix.
The Migos in their lawsuit and stuff. I mean, that seemed like ain't they suing QC or something?
That was like a minute ago, right? When they was talking about that.
Nobody said anything else about it.
They probably figured it out.
No clue.
I heard new Migos music on the way too. I heard about that.
Ooh.
Migos.
Nah,
y'all fuck with Migos?
Oh man, you see, you making that ooh noise made me think of fucking Lil Pump. Y'all see Lil Pump?
Why you thinking him with the nails?
With the fucking nails, bro. You see that shit?
Pump is like Tekashi to me with the shit. He just does shit to go viral.
No, I mean he's definitely lost some steam. Yeah. So he's trying to. I think he's. But I mean, this is like a real deal like trend that's going on now.
Yeah,
like getting their guys getting their acrylics.
The kids
and getting your toes painted too.
Like I think they call them manicures.
Yeah, I mean, but people been doing that for a long time.
The kids are gay.
Getting the acrylic nails.
The kids are gay though.
The kids are gay.
Seriously,
the kids are gay now.
But it's just to a different level though. It's like you getting all these like colorful nails and like getting acrylics and they're long and you look like a woman.
Gel.
I haven't seen people do it like Lil Pump was doing it, but guys are getting the nails.
No, yeah, right. Because Lil Yachty,
he got the fucking long female, like crazy looking joints.
I saw this dude who was gang banging. He was a proclaimed Crip that had long blue nails.
I bet you it's kind of hard to throw his signs up. Long ass nails,
making the noises.
Yeah. Probably break them and shit.
I think that's very strange. It's like
it's a wild time.
One of the things that you complain about is breaking a nail.
I've heard that a lot.
The nine jammed because I broke my nail.
You definitely not about to shoot a gun. You definitely not about to shoot a gun with them long ass nails.
What can you do?
What you about to do? You can't. You're not about to box with them either.
I always wonder when I see a girl with like those super long nails. I'm like, what do you do though?
Hammer was gonna ring off, but I broke a nail.
Yeah, but I broke a nail. Oh shit, that's the new bar.
You ain't ready.
It's craziness.
But I always wonder when I see girls with those long nails. I'm like, yo, what do you do for a career? What can you possibly do? It's hard to type. It's hard to do any physical labor.
ASMR.
With that being said, I've seen a lot of people still do a wild shit. I know people that do hair with long ass nails. It's like, how are you braiding these little braids with these long nails?
Good question.
I've seen people do it. It's like, I guess they know how to work around it.
You got to ask behind it. How do you wipe your ass?
Yeah, that's another one that you never really know how that plays out.
I don't get that.
Don't know.
You get a bidet.
It sounds painful.
It does.
I don't know how this works.
Get a bidet.
Oh, yeah, everybody can't afford that shit, so.
Ain't that expensive.
So you got one?
I don't.
Okay then.
But I wipe my ass pretty good already, so you know.
I hope so. We're not gonna get into
He doesn't have the nails.
You know, right?
What else?
New music wise.
New music, yeah. So what we got? Headshot.
Yeah, I got really stuck in all the basketball, so I haven't listened to very much. I do like that Headshot joint that we started with.
That was dope. I like that song.
TJ, Polo G, and Fabio.
I
still don't like Fabio Foreign.
Nope. Viral movie.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool song though. I did like that, and I really liked that Joyner Lucas E40 T.I. joint.
That's a dope record.
I was not going to. I saw a bunch of people sharing it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to listen with E40 on it. I'm good."
You gotta stop hating on E40.
Yeah, I hate him. And then it just randomly came on when I was listening to music, and Joyner's part is first. I was like, "Yo."
T Grizzly might be a descendant of 40 a little bit.
Yeah, but gotta be.
Not as far as like how they rap, but just
kind of.
They got their style.
Yeah.
And they continuously do that.
Yeah. I hate both of them. They should start a group.
I mean, it's a lot of rappers out there like that just they fall in love with the one flow, and it's kind of hard to get stuck out to pull yourself out of that.
I don't mind having one flow. I want one good flow.
Yeah, I like that Fujiano joke I shared. I just really like the song. I just think he got one of the funniest flows in hip hop right now. It's just hilarious.
I saw you shared it, but I didn't listen to it.
It's a funny song. I mean, I think it's just The way he rap is, I think you gonna get a chuckle every now and then out of it.
All right, I'll listen for funny. I'll do that. I'll check that out.
Fuji.
But he making fun of the fact that I guess he like in the video he making fun of the fact that he was on the run and he cut off his ankle monitor and shit. So the police is chasing him and
So he made a video of him committing a crime.
Sounds like it.
Of him breaking his parole.
But he's talking about that. He's talking about that in the song or whatever. So I thought that was dope. But I'm not a fan of him or anything. But like I said, he definitely has one of the funniest flows, and it's just something that's his staple. I get it. You're not gonna go that far with it, but that's just what you do. Cool.
Plugs I met too.
Yes, sir.
Benny Harry Fraud.
Benny the Butcher.
You released the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the follow-up to
If you don't, I know
Plugs I Met.
Benny. The first Plugs I Met was like one of his biggest projects, so this is like a big deal. The people that followed the Griselda movement.
What is it? How was it?
It was hard.
Yeah, I only got to listen through it once while I was grocery shopping yesterday, but I did like it. That one's gonna have to.
What's the rating?
The rating?
I was shopping and shit while I was doing.
So you don't know?
Nah.
Any standouts?
I like the joint with 2 Chainz. I think that's a single off of there.
That is the single.
That's a hard record.
I gotta get back to you next week. I'm not really
You got that joint with Fat Joe. I like. I know you're not gonna listen to that, but you know,
Joey Crack.
Fat Joe Snap.
Joey
Snap.
Crack
Joe
on
Crack.
the track. Oh
Crack.
shit!
Respect the
I know that
spitters,
shit
bro.
is whack.
It ain't.
I was surprised to hear that French and Jim Jones together. I'd asked you about it.
Oh, yeah.
French Montana.
Yeah, he squashed their beef.
I didn't. I wasn't aware they were actually beefing.
Oh yeah, they had been beefing for a long time.
Yeah, I think
French Montana was beefing with a lot of people for.
Yeah, I think it was more so on some street shit though.
Yeah, I think Jim he's got Max B problems, right?
Yeah, he still got issues with Max B.
So I'm sure that's where it originates from. Because I know French rides hard with Max B.
Yeah, that's his guy.
That's about all I
Mac
know
and
about
cheese.
those guys, honestly.
Mac and cheese.
That was their
Mixtape
mixtape series.
Oh,
French and Max B.
I would never listen to it, so I had no idea.
I haven't listened, but I knew that was their little series or whatever.
Mac and cheese. Why is it mac and cheese?
I don't know. I couldn't
That's
answer
what
that
they
question.
called it. I don't know. I really don't know why they called it that. I fuck with the title though.
Wow, name. All right, hey, cool. Whatever floats the boat.
I'm going to get back to you on Plugs I Met too next week. I listened to a little bit more.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I don't know if any other things that stick out to me.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've been throwing on a Justin Bieber album at night.
Wow.
Does it take you there?
Nah, I prefer,
What's going on with Justin Bieber?
I prefer not to
He put
listen
you to sleep?
to yeah, I guess you could say that.
Or did he put you to bed?
I prefer not to listen to like hard gangster rap when I go to sleep, and I always throw some music on. So I was checking out. He put out a new album. I was listening to it
I didn't know he dropped a new album. Any singles?
just yesterday.
Really?
That one he had with Chance,
Damn, I ain't see it
like
nowhere.
months ago.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I
Justin
thought
Bieber.
you kind of left me hanging out there and just let the jokes go with Moss, but that's cool.
No, I mean I'm a fan.
I like
of Justin Bieber.
the few
not
songs I
gonna listen
heard
to
I like the Bees. I didn't know you put out an album though. Anybody say nothing about it?
yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have.
It must not be that hard to outsell Bieber. Ain't nobody talking about his album.
I'm sure he gonna chart. Y'all see that shit about Drake in the 2-pack and shit, or the 3-pack?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, top 3 songs in the country.
top 3 songs. I think they said it's the first time that's ever happened.
Still the boy.
And then it says projected to, I forgot how many units it sold, but it was like an insane amount of units within the first week
Yeah.
for that.
Obviously, a lot of people was playing them songs a lot.
Numbers.
Yeah, the streams was. I gotta look it up.
I'm sure it was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially during that week when nothing else really dropped. It was kind of a light week.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Drake though, so
Of course, yeah.
you know, of course he's gonna.
Yeah, I feel like those were the only 3 songs.
Hold on.
Oh, that and that Melly. I was thinking that week that it dropped, those are the only songs that I really listened to.
Right.
Beyond that
Yeah.
point,
Right.
those 4 songs.
Fuck,
are the
I can't
only
find the
ones.
numbers right now. So he generated over, 108 million streams between the 3 songs. So that's pretty nuts.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. That's pretty nuts. And within the first week, hey, what else do you expect from the GOAT? You know, he's going to be, he's well on the way to be bigger than Jay-Z.
Who?
Well on the way.
How much time he need? The fuck? Talking about well on the way. It's been over 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Jay-Z been in the game for a long time. You got to do a lot to catch up to that. So I got a different take on it. Like, I feel like Drake is going to be bigger than Jay-Z. I'm saying, you know, Drake is going to be bigger than Jay-Z, but then like Lil Baby is going to be like...
He's already bigger than Jay-Z now.
Lil Baby is the next Jay-Z?
Yeah, he's the next.
Now we talking about better or worse, that's a different conversation.
Baby, next Jay-Z.
All right, we got to stop.
Fact.
I got a kind of a hot take on Baby too, but...
What's that?
He need to switch it up.
Why you say that?
Oh.
You think he needs to switch up? No, now.
Right.
Now you want to talk about somebody needs to switch it up?
I know, you bring that
A
up.
Baby needs to.
Oh.
What?
Oh my God, this is jaw dropping.
He's got a lane.
Well, I'll flip it on you. For artists that you like, you won't say this about Lil Baby that he's been putting out the same record for the past year.
Didn't I say that his song? That's it. We've agreed on that. Like, this is he doing what he do right now. Like, but
So why is it not a problem for him to stay in his lane?
I think you have said that, but he has a good question in that you don't think that you pretty much said that wasn't acceptable.
Because this is not how Lil Baby's blown up. This sound that you're hearing right now is what he's transitioned into. That's what he's already changed. He's already morphed. The sound that he came out with originally is not the same sound that we're hearing. You're hearing this after he dropped the Big Picture song, and now he's kind of taking off with that.
No, he was
sound.
putting Big Picture records out like that. That record was just talking about something different. He don't talk about.
Right, but I'm just saying, like the
I think his flow sounds the same.
Not over the course of his entire.
The whole
career.
songs be sounding similar.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's a really.
To be honest with you, they've been hard, but the last 3 or 4 records he put out, I couldn't tell you the difference, the names of them, to tell the difference between them. Like if they came on, I would know the song, but I was like, I wouldn't be able to name it. Oh, that's this song.
I think that's
you know what I'm saying?
On Me and As Real As It Gets sound like 2 completely different songs. I would suggest you listen to those and you'd be like, oh yeah, these don't sound the same at all.
I don't know.
And that was just most 2 recent singles that he done put out. Now, Real As It Gets and Everybody and Bigger Picture, those sound the same. I get that.
Much.
But he still shows the versatility that he can make different type of songs.
I think both of y'all have flipped sides and won't admit it.
No,
it's not about flipping sides. Because his argument about the Baby was saying that the Baby ain't versatile. I was like, have you listened to his albums? Because he has those records on his albums. You just only hear the big record, and that's the only thing he do is the Suge. He just keep on making Suge over and over again. It's like, yeah, those was the biggest record he had out.
Blame It On Baby is a lot of the same shit over and over again.
I think at the time when we were debating it, his sound was very similar every single.
It was the beat selection. That was the thing that stuck out to me the most is, because Baby's not really going to change his flow up that much. You're going to get some of the Baby flow, regardless of what beat it is. But if he puts it on it sounds like he worked with the same producer. It's going to sound like the same song over and over again. And I mean, I think that's what the Babies or the Lil Baby, both of the Babies, are kind of falling into.
All the babies.
It's the beat selection. When you put Lil Baby on a different type of beat. Yeah, like you said with the Drake shit, I mean, he gonna eat it. It don't really matter. It's just that it's the same sounding type of beat, so that's why you think it sounds like the same song. But when you give him a different beat, he can make it whatever it needs to be, and that's what he does.
I don't know. I think Lil Baby's flow and cadence is pretty similar on everything. I don't mind. I'm not saying it as a negative, but I think he brings up a good point in that. I don't know. We don't need to continue to go over that again.
I addressed this before you guys brought it up, so it's not a point.
Okay. Whatever makes you feel.
You address it like you address the Baby. Is all I'm saying.
No, it's
a very different energy.
Very different energy.
It's not.
You said it was like giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like I still fuck with it though. It's like all right, but it's still similar.
At the beginning of my argument, because Lil Baby didn't blow up with this sound that we hear today. It's not the same. With the yes indeed, or These are two completely different sounds. He didn't blow up with the sounds. He's transitioned into this, and I expect him to transition again. That's it.
I'm not saying you can't do it,
right.
but it needs to happen.
He has.
It needs to happen.
He has. And the songs that he's putting out right now, they're fire.
No debate here. They are fire.
So I don't
but just, I
think
need something else.
Keep it up. The next Jay-Z.
In need of something else.
The next Jay.
Oh, that's disrespectful. It's not happening.
We can call it what we want. I guess we got running out of time.
Pretty much.
Because I got a fire fucking sample. I got a fire sample, bro. Fucking Sample King 2021.
You realize I've been like bodying your samples the last few weeks,
bro,
right? First 3 seconds and I got it.
Well, see,
I'm just saying.
But mine's been the best though. The sample to song transition.
You said to make yourself believe it, or are you trying to like convince us?
If you want to hear the samples, then listen to us. Listen to the audio version. We cut it for the YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, check out the audio if you want to hear these samples. If not, don't listen. We'll be back on YouTube.
Y'all tell us who had the best. Go listen.
Let us know. All right. We'll be back next week. Peace.